Welcome to Last Week on Veronica Mars. I'm Ray, and I'll be your TV whore for this recap. Our top story is about a brutal slaughter at the hands of a lamb. Whoa, did you see that jab that Lamb gave Veronica in the first few minutes of the episode? After a disappointing no-show last episode, he certainly came out of his corner swinging hard. An uppercut to the chin about crying wolf. Ouch! Veronica tried to recover, but once he realized that she could have stopped the rape of Parker Lee, she was down for the count, which means this round goes to the sheriff. Will Veronica be able to shake off this loss before they meet next? And how will she repay Lamb for besting her so early in the season? Once out of the boxing ring, Veronica decided to channel her guilt, right into joining a sorority, making a pretend ass out of herself, and busting a rather innocent, so it would appear, den mother. Wow! Can someone get Miss Mars a guidebook on how to use guilt wisely? It appears she's gotten a bit rusty on the rules. But maybe she can find one in the library, where apparently she'll be working for the rest of the season, having given up on investigative reporting. To make matters worse, she doesn't even manage to find the rapist. The venture wasn't a total bust, however, as she did manage to make a few new enemies on campus. As Keith would say, it is a day that ends in Y. In other news, Logan Eccles proceeds directly to jail and does not collect $200 as he passes go. Luckily, it's not a real prison this time, as girlfriend Veronica is too busy pledging to bail him out. Moments away from release, prison guard Wallace Fennell manages to get the best of the prisoners with a simple changing of the clock trick, bailing himself out of their 20-page research paper and winning a side bet between he and Mr. Eccles. We're still waiting to hear if Logan will have a mighty fine to pay for his clothing light sprint across campus to fulfill that bet, but we can tell you that witnesses who saw his sprint thought it was mighty fine. Luckily for Logan, it was also a mighty fine day for a sprint. Which brings us to our episode forecast. Looks like we've got clouds of confusion blowing in from the desert as old and new fans alike try to puzzle out exactly what's going on with the Keith, Kendall, Cormac, Liam storyline. Is Kendall really dead? Is Cormac? Couldn't Keith have kept some of that money and sent Veronica to Stanford? We're hoping the answer front, moving in from the southwest, breaks up the storm of questions before it gets too big. And we close with a human interest story. Despite being the latest rape victim, Parker Lee stands strong. After recent horrifying events, freshman Parker Lee was prepared to leave Hearst and head to safer pastures with her parents. But after a sweet and surprising plea from roommate Cindy Don't Go Mackenzie, she has decided to stay at Hearst, to forge a new life and new friendships. That's Neptune for you, bringing together victims of psychotic villains, one dorm room at a time. And that's it for Last Week on Veronica Mars. Remember, stay tuned to the CW on Tuesdays at 9, 8 Central to see what new enemies Veronica needs to add to her chart next week. I'm Ray, reminding you to keep your TVs close, but your remote controls closer.